Hey guys, what is up? Welcome to Radical Academy. This is Mike Wada, and in this video we are going to be able to solve a simultaneous equation in which the first equation is actually a linear equation and the second equation is a quadratic equation. For you who are watching for the first time, please, all we ask you is to actually do us a favor, is that you click on the subscription button so that whenever we post a video like this one, you'll be the very first person actually to see our uploads, or rather our updates to the channel. So please help us to grow our channel by also sharing to your friends and also liking and also commenting. And what other kind of videos do you want us actually to give it out to you or to post on this channel? So once more again, my name is Mike Wada and I'm the founder of Radical Academy. Please keep watching. Okay, so now as you can see, we have this example. We are talking about simultaneous equation. We understand how to solve the basic simultaneous equation, which I mentioned in the first video that there is elimination method, substitution, and also graphical method, which can be used to solve the equation. But those are the very same methods that we are going to be able to apply in this equation, or rather this example of a challenge. Now, I want you to understand that, first of all, read the question and understand the question saying, find the coordinates of the points where the line meets the curve. Okay, so this is a linear equation, okay? This is a linear, and then this is a quadratic, okay? Quadratic, okay? This is a quadratic. So you have to be able to actually identify what is it that you are solving and what are some of the concepts that you must be able to understand and know so that you can have a clear picture of what you're supposed to do and where exactly you are going. Okay, so now let's proceed now, ladies and gentlemen. We are going first of all to make one of these variable x or y the substitute formula, and then once we make that new equation which we have as a substitute formula, either x or y, then we are going to plug that substitute formula in the second equation at that variable of the subject. Okay, so the first thing is that we make one of the variable x or y the substitute formula, and this is going to be a quite very difficult, because none of the coefficient of x or y is 1, but there is 3 and 2, so we kind of divide throughout whichever one we pick. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is 2x plus 3y is going to give us -1. And then I'm going to choose y as a substitute formula. Of course, you can choose any of the variable, either x or y, the substitute formula. But let's keep it to y being the substitute formula as we make it. Okay, so this is going to be y. And then we take 2x to the other side. So we write -1 is already there. And then we post that one, is going to be -2x. Make sure that you are also careful about the signs of these terms or the integers. Make sure that you understand their signs, positive or negative. So 2x is a positive 2x. So once it gets there, it becomes negative. From there, now what do you do? So just divide throughout by 3. Okay. So this is actually going to be that goes, okay? So now, this will just remain as y equals to -1 minus 2x, okay? Divide by 3, okay? So now this one gives us the third equation, okay, if you may call it that way. Now, once we do that, right, we are going to pick this equation and then plug it in the second equation at this position of y. Okay, that's the meaning of substitution. Okay, that's the meaning of substitution. Okay, so this y has the value of this. Okay, and then we pick this term, or rather the subject of this y, just write into this inside the bracket just right here at 1. Okay. So from there, what's going to happen now is that once we do that, then we're going to say, okay, x, open bracket, x minus. Okay, so you can do this, then you plug that. Okay. Okay. Equals to 2. Okay. Now from there, what you can do is actually to simplify the signs there. So x, open bracket, x, this is a plus 1, then this is a plus 2x, then that is that. Okay, equals 2. Okay, so now from there, what you're going to get is, of course, what you can do is you multiply both sides by 3 to get rid of this negative. Okay, by 3. Okay, so what's going to happen now is that this 3 and the other 3 goes out. Okay, and then before we do that, let me just reverse this. Okay, now what I want you to understand is this. Okay, there is 3 there. Then let me just reverse a bit. I don't want to go faster. So I can simplify this part. Okay, so this is over 1. Okay, that is over 1. So what's going to happen is I can find the lowest common denominator. It's 3. Okay, so 1 into 3 is 3 times x. This is going to give us 3x. Okay, and then okay, so 1 into 3 is 3. Then that 3 times x, you get 3x. Okay, and then plus. So 3 into 3, it's 1. Okay, 3 into 3 is 1. Times this there is going to be 1. 3 into 3 is 1. Plus that 1 times 2x is going to be 2x. Okay, so we have this one, x, open bracket, 3x plus 1, 2x, okay, over 3, close bracket, equals 2. So at that moment now, okay, yeah, okay, now at this moment now I can say that this open bracket 3x plus 1, 2x, close bracket, then over 3 equals 2. Okay? Okay, so what I've done here is just to write now there, okay? Now from there, I can get rid of this 3 by multiplying both sides of this equation by 3, okay? So that this 3, okay, and this one goes up, okay? So we are going to have x, open bracket, 3x, plus, this is plus 1 plus 2x. This is also plus 1 plus 2x. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, plus 1 plus 2x. Then this is 6, okay? Then now I can actually get the like terms, 3x plus 2x. This is 5x plus 1, okay? then you have the x there, then equals 6. Okay? Okay. Then now I can use the x. This is going to be x squared plus x equals to 6. Okay. So now, once you reach at this point, you can be able now to see that that's a quadratic equation. So I can just now standardize the equation. Okay. So this is going to be 5x squared plus x. The 6 comes this side minus 6. There you have 0. Okay. Now, once you reach at this point, what you're supposed to do is obviously apply one of the methods that can be used to solve a quadratic equation. Okay, so if this equation can be solved by factorization method, then do it. If it cannot be solved by factorization, then either use the formula method or even just a completing square method. Okay. Okay, so now from there now, guys, what I'm supposed to do is now say this coefficient of x squared multiplied by this one. So a5 minus 5 times negative that, negative 30. Okay, or negative 5 times just 6 can also give me 30. Okay. Okay, so 5x squared plus x minus 6 equals to 0. Okay, so now this is 5x plus x minus 6 equals to 0. So what you can do is you can say this 5 multiplied by that, solve by factorization of the quadratic equation. So 5 times negative 6 equals to negative 30, or negative 5 times 6 equals to negative 30. Okay, so these are the two numbers that can possibly give us 30. Of course, you can think of other numbers. If those numbers, once we add them, cannot give us a positive number or just 1 as a positive. So the sum, okay. So the idea is that if I add 5 plus negative 6, it's going to give me negative 1. But I want positive 1. So it's going to be negative 5 plus 6 is going to be just 1, or simply just x. Okay. So from there now, what you do is you get now negative 5 and 6 as a factors, and then you substitute them just right there. Okay, so what's going to happen is 5x squared minus 5x plus 6x minus 6 equals to 0. Okay, that's what you have now. So you can now group them, this. Okay, you can group them. Okay, and then now factorize now. So what is common is 5x, and then you have 5 there. I mean, you have x remaining, and then we have negative 1. And then what is common there is obviously just 6. Okay, or rather positive 6, and then this is going to be that, this is going to be that, equals to that. And then from there now, you can group now what is outside, 5x plus 6, and then x minus 1 equals to 0. And then now you can equate this first term to 0, this second term to 0. So 5x plus 6 equals to 0. And then also x minus 1 equals to 0. From there now, it becomes a linear, or should I say linear equation in one variable. Is just one single variable x there. Then you can say 5x equals to negative 6. Then you divide both sides by 5. Okay. Then my x is going to be this. Okay. That's the value of okay. So once you divide by both sides by 5, then your x becomes that. And then or x minus 1 equals to 0. X goes there, x is 1. Okay. So basically what you're doing is we are not even actually solving the simultaneous equation, okay? Because obviously this is a quadratic equation, just helping us to get the values of x, or rather whichever values we are getting. But this is not even quadratic equation, but I mean a simultaneous equation, but it is helping us now to figure out what is the meeting point between a linear equation, or rather a linear line, plus the curve. Okay, plus the curve. Okay, that's what we are basically doing. Okay, so now we have the two possible values of a quadratic equation, and what you're going to do now is actually substitute now. Okay, so now we are going to say when x equals to this over that, then y equals to, so we are looking for y, okay? So when x equals to negative 6 over 5, what is y? Okay, so now we go back because we made y the subject of the formula, okay? Remember that y was negative 1 that over 3. So what you're going to do is you're going to get this x, then put it just this one. So our y is going to be negative 1 that, then negative 6 over 5, okay, over 3, okay. Then from there now, y equals to negative this, okay, this plus 12 over 5 over 3, okay. So from there, what you do now is, first of all, you simplify this one, negative 1 plus 12 over 5, this is going to be that. So what is the lowest common denominator? Is 5. 1 to that is just negative 5. 5 into 5 is 1 times 12 is 12. Okay, so this one will give you 7 over 5. Okay, that's not the final answer. Okay, that's not the final answer. Okay, so you're saying y equals to 7 over 5 divided by 3. So once you simplify this one, it's going to be 7 over 5, okay, times 1 over 3. So y equals to 7 over 15. Okay. Okay, so that's a value of y. Okay. That's a value of y. So our point, let's say A is a point, the coordinates, okay, so we're going to say negative 6. This is the value of y, okay? I mean the value of x, it was okay. Remember that x was found as negative 6 over 5. Okay. So, comma, y, it is 7 over 15. So you do the same when x is 1, what is the value of y? Okay. So you go back to the same thing, okay? when x equals to 1, y equals to what? So we know that y equals to negative 1 minus 2x divided by 3. So y equals to negative 1, negative 2x, you open the bracket, you put 1 divided by 3. So this is going to be that over 3, okay? Then this will just give us negative 3 over 3, which is just negative 1, okay? Which is just negative 1, okay? So therefore the coordinates can put them in pairs. So therefore, the coordinate is going to be negative 6 over 5, comma 7 over 15, and B, our x was negative 1, okay, our x was 1, and then this one gave us, once we evaluate, it's going to be negative 1. So these are our coordinates, okay. So thank you so much guys for watching. Please make sure that you subscribe to my channel so that you get more updates about this kind of videos. Okay, so that was example 2 of a simultaneous equation, where one equation is linear, the other equation is a quadratic equation. So this is the answer that in terms of coordinates. Okay, so make sure that you practice so that you just kind of get yourself straight up, so that the next time you'll be able to meet the same kind of a question or challenges, you'll be able to apply the same concept. Okay, so thanks guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Please ensure that share, subscribe, and also like our videos so that you motivate us to do more. Okay, so this is the Quadratic Academy, and it's bye bye, and I'll see you in the next video.